Welcome back to another episode of From the Desk. This is an emergency episode because I don't usually put out a program on the weekend, but a Zionist organization is making all of us work, including the Ontario Superior Court of Justice. So much for Shabbat. You'll recall that this week news came out that the city of Toronto will be raising the flag of Palestine on November 17th to mark Palestinian Independence Day. But now Zionists are coming for the flagpoles. The news that the Palestinian flag will be raised in the city of Toronto has sent Zionist organizations into a tizzy. B'nai B'rith Canada put out this image to try and associate the flag of Palestine with terrorism, writing, quote, "Toronto the Good has lost its way. The Western Standard," this is a rag out of Calgary or Alberta or Edmonton or Jasper, I don't know where it comes from. They made this image using AI underneath it. The AI description reads, quote, "An AI image with similar features to Olivia Chow wearing a keffiyeh," end quote. The other desperate group, and this is the one that is taking it to the courts, is an organization named Tafseek. This is one of the umpteenth Zionist groups that were formed after October 7th here in Canada. Now you'll recall that Tafseek is the same organization that brought disgraced Columbia University professor Shai Davide to Toronto. I went to cover their protest that they had at the University of Toronto. That's when Tafseek's educational director, Ali Siadaton, came for me. Watch this.
Get away from me! Get away from me!
Hello, everyone.
Get away from us.
Get out!
Get out.
Get
We
out!
have someone here who's being alive, but it's okay.
Get out!
Get out.
No. Everybody,
I'm phoning the police.
anyone who wants to be here and listen,
Lovely bunch of people. And here is their executive director at that same event, Amir Epstein, coming for me and trying to cover my camera. Have a look.
someone here who's being alive, but it's okay. No. Anyone who wants to be here and listen.
So these are the goons that are taking the city of Toronto to court. The education director of Tafseek, Ali Siadaton, is an interesting character. Iranian-born evangelical Christian Zionist who believes in aliens and thinks we all need new bodies. I'm not joking. I wish I was. Watch this.
The tree of knowledge of good and evil, which changed us, changed our DNA. I think it was the beginning of a process that led to the needing of a new body. And there's other reasons that we need that. I think the intrusions of the fallen angels, the sons of God, the B'nai Elohim into the human race, and the creation of the Nephilim, and all of these things, I think, have altered our DNA, and we need a new body. That's what the resurrected body of the Lord is all about. The first fruit risen from.
And then there is Amir Epstein, the executive director who advertised a $10,000 bounty for any Toronto District School Board teacher they could get fired for showing any hint of Palestinian solidarity or wearing a keffiyeh or anything else that could make a Zionist feel uncomfortable. Amir Epstein was also advertising gun classes for a group on Facebook entitled Toronto Jewish Community on Alert. This was back in November of 2023, as you can see here. Tafseek also likes to chirp me once in a while on X. Here they accuse me of being responsible for all the deaths in Gaza, and then they follow that up with calling me a vile parasite. So this is Tafseek. Now, I want you to park all of that because what is happening over the weekend is that Tafseek has taken the city of Toronto to court. They have filed an emergency judicial review to try and get an injunction to not have the city of Toronto raise the flag of Palestine. Now, let's get back to the city and flag raising because the city of Toronto has raised 40 flags in 2025 alone. Bolivia, Rwanda, Montenegro, the Blue Jay flag, Peru, Ukraine, Colombia, French Republic, Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, Canada. You get the point. Dozens of flag raisings. No problemo. It's also not something that the Mayor of Toronto or City Council can approve or vote on. So after Canada announced that it will recognize the state of Palestine, naturally, Palestinians also wanted to be included in this league of flag-raising nations. No. Tafseek hired Toronto's best defense lawyer, Marcy Siegel, to argue that these same rights and rules shouldn't apply to Palestine or Toronto's Palestinian community. Tafseek is arguing that the raising of the Palestinian flag will cause, quote, irreparable harm to the Jewish community of Toronto, and that, quote, it is a threat to public safety. It calls it a contentious issue and a possible site of hate and violence. Now, dozens of countries have raised the Palestinian flag, particularly over the past 2 years. Norway raised the flag of Palestine. No Jews harmed in that event. This is nothing but an absurd and desperate attempt by Zionist groups here in Canada to prevent Palestinians from doing the same thing that every community gets a chance to do. If your identity as a community is threatened by the recognition of another community, then your entire identity is based on the erasure of that community. This will be a big test for our court system and for the city of Toronto. Now, I spoke with lawyer Shane Martinez, who is an intervener in this case. He told me that he's confident the city of Toronto will win this fight against Tafseek. He's also confident that the judge will make the correct decision in this case. The judge will decide on Monday morning at 9 a.m. I urge you to trust the process. Be in Nathan Phillips Square at 10 a.m. for the historic flag raising of Palestine in Toronto. Do not allow Zionists to change the laws of our city more than they already have. Come celebrate Palestine's flag raising on Monday, because this is just another desperate attempt by Zionists to erase Palestine and erase Palestinians. Monday, November 10th at 10 a.m., City Hall, Toronto. Flood the square. Be there. And if you can't be there, On the Line Media will be. We will cover the festivities all day. We will cover the historic flag raising of Toronto. And if need be, we will also cover the crocodile tears of some Zionists who may show up to the event. As always, we ask that you support the work we do. We cannot do this work without you. We are totally reader and viewer funded, and we want to remain that way, unfettered and unfiltered. And the only way that we can remain so is if you help us. Head on over to patreon.com/onthelinemedia. Support the work we do. And don't forget to subscribe and share our work. Share it with your haters and your lovers. Till next time, stay tuned.